Okay, so you've been thinking about relocating to Salt Lake City. Do you do it? Why would you move to Salt Lake City? It is a wonderful place. It's growing, expanding. We have a great economy. There's lots of outdoor stuff. The first thing on the list that I've got is Salt Lake City has a growing economy, okay? It's home to a rapidly growing economy due to a lot of the tech that has moved into the state. So down at the point of the mountain, they call it Silicon Slopes, there's a diverse range of industries and job opportunities. It's mostly tech related, but all sorts of different things. The city has a really low unemployment rate and a high job growth rate, which makes it really attractive if you're looking for a professional job or you're a job seeker of any sort. So that's the first thing about living in Salt Lake City that you should know. The economy tends to, it kind of lags the national economy. When things are bad, it's not quite as bad, and when things are good, it's not quite as good. We just kind of hover in the middle there. So it's not a bad spot to be, honestly. Our unemployment rate's like 2 or 3%, so that's pretty cool. The second thing about living in Salt Lake City that you should keep in mind, which, I mean, is probably at the top of your list, Salt Lake City is outdoor recreation heaven. Salt Lake City is surrounded by stunning natural landscapes. We've got the Wasatch Mountains, we've got Great Salt Lake, numerous national parks, and it's just an ideal location for outdoor enthusiasts. If you are into hiking or biking or skiing or running, jogging, hang gliding, like just so many different things going on in Salt Lake City. So if you're an outdoor person, that should be near the top of your list. It's very, very hard to overstate just how accessible outdoor recreation is in Salt Lake City. I think most people who live here and love it do something outside. The third thing about living in Salt Lake City is the quality of life. The city offers a high quality of life with a low cost of living compared to some other major cities in the United States. So that has been changing over the last couple of years. Our housing prices have gone up quite a bit, so it's a little bit less true because I think housing has become much more expensive. However, I think generally speaking, Salt Lake City is a more affordable place to live than some other places. The crime rate is below the national average. The city has a strong emphasis on community and family values, and it's a pretty chill place to live. If you're looking for low drama in terms of lots of crime and that sort of thing, Salt Lake City is not a bad place to live at all. The fourth thing about Salt Lake City is the vibrant culture and arts scene. Salt Lake City, we've just been growing leaps and bounds over the last 10, 20 years. So we've got cultural and art scenes and numerous museums, galleries, theaters, music venues, like you name it. You can find whatever you want to do here. Now, is it New York City? No, it's not New York City, but there is a lot to do. There is lots of art. We do love our art. It's maybe a little bit more folk-oriented art, but in my opinion, that makes it better, a lot better. So the city's also home to the renowned Sundance Film Festival. That's something that comes around every year, and it's really fun to participate in. You can participate from Salt Lake, in Salt Lake, which is what I would recommend doing. You go to Broadway Theater. Going up to Park City for Sundances, that actually can be a really fun experience too. But if you don't want to go push through a throng of people and you want to catch one of these really breathtaking independent films and independent filmmaking in general, you can go catch Sundance Film Festival at Broadway theaters in Salt Lake, and it's a good time. It's a really good time. Maybe I'm just in my 40s, but I like it. It's really cool. Number 5 is going to be educational opportunities. So Salt Lake City is home to several universities. We've got University of Utah, we've got BYU, we've got I guess it's not in Salt Lake City, but UVU. We've got a couple of universities like within our sort of scope of Utah. It's a really great choice for families with children because we take education fairly seriously. Although the funding is a little bit spotty, we still tend to end up towards the top of the list for our education. So go figure. Number 6 is going to be transportation networks. The city is developing more transportation networks all the time. We have an international airport, which is pretty cool. We've got an extensive public transit system and easy access to major highways. I just heard recently that we are going to get, gosh, I forget what they call it, but it's a place where you go to get passports, because we have so many kids leave Salt Lake to go on international missions for the LDS church. And so we're going to get our own passport office here. So that's kind of cool, because maybe you don't have to wait as long to get your passport if that's something that's important to you. And it just makes travel easy to and from Salt Lake for work and for leisure. So travel and networks of travel are there in Salt Lake if that's something that's important to you. Number 7 is going to be healthcare. So Salt Lake City is home to some of the top hospitals and medical facilities in the United States. We've got Primary Children's Hospital, which I think a lot of people in Salt Lake don't realize that not every place has a children's hospital. That's a special thing. That's not everywhere, right? We've got Moran Eye Center, which is pretty cool. We've also got the Huntsman Cancer Institute. These are all like very special institutions that they don't exist in every corner of every state. So those provide really great access to high quality healthcare and jobs. If that's something that, if you work in that field, it's good to know that there are lots of jobs for that. We've got number 8 as business and entrepreneurial opportunities. Speaking of jobs, the city has a thriving business community. We've got supportive environment for entrepreneurs and startups for sure. University of Utah has their own little entrepreneur department. I'm embarrassed that it escapes my mind right now, but it's pretty cool. It's like a whole, it's a culture. There's like a system for entrepreneurs to be sort of incubated there and grow up and do whatever it is they want to do. So that's pretty cool. And it makes it an ideal location for those looking to start or grow their own business. Number 9 is going to be diversity and inclusivity. Salt Lake City is known for its welcoming and inclusive community with a growing population of diverse backgrounds and cultures. The city also has a strong community of countercultural people. We've got lots of LGBTQ people, and we've got lots of people who consider themselves on the in the counterculture, I guess you could say. So Salt Lake's been praised for its diversity in that way. So number 10 is that we have strong infrastructure. The city has invested in its infrastructure pretty well, and we have a pretty reliable public transportation system with well-maintained roads and access to high-speed internet, that kind of thing. So it makes it really convenient and efficient place to live and do business. I really think that's extremely true. Things are they're very lax. It's hard to really describe it, but it's just, there's a certain freedom in Salt Lake City to being a business owner. So number 11 is that we have 4 seasons, which is great. If you have lived in a place that doesn't have 4 seasons, maybe you miss it, and Salt Lake is the place to come to have those 4 seasons. Having said that, winter is not like Wisconsin winter where it's like 30, 40 degrees below and with 50 feet of snow. It's like 35 degrees with 10 feet of snow in the mountains mostly. But you can experience all 4 seasons, providing residents with a variety of outdoor activities and scenery throughout the year. You've got relatively mild climate with low humidity and plenty of sunny days for sure. Number 12 is going to be a strong sense of community. We have friendly, welcoming residents, and we create a strong sense of community here. I think that's true. I mean, maybe I'm fooling myself, but I think that is kind of true. So the city also has a strong volunteer culture with lots of different opportunities to get involved and give back to the community. And number 13 is going to be advancement opportunities. With a thriving economy and strong job market, Salt Lake City offers numerous opportunities for career advancement and professional growth. The city is also home to many corporate headquarters, which makes it a hub for business and potential networking opportunities. I think as we grow, that's more and more true all the time. Number 14 is the access to culture and entertainment. In addition to the outdoor recreation and art scene, Salt Lake City has a really lovely nightlife with trendy restaurants, bars, live music, venues, things like that. So it's not going to be like a throbbing mass of bars and bar crawlers and that sort of thing, but we definitely have our scene, and you can definitely go have fun and have a night out on the town and feel like you're, get your fix. You can get your fix of nightlife, but it's not crazy here. So there's kind of a little balance, I guess. The city also has lots of festivals and events throughout the year, and that just creates a diverse range of cultural experiences to check out. Different kinds of food, different kinds of art. It's really lovely that way. 15 is family-friendly environment. Salt Lake, it's a great place to raise a family. With low crime rate, good schools, numerous family-friendly activities and attractions, whether it's just you as your family or you have a bunch of people in your family, the city has a strong sense of community, and it makes it easy to connect with other people who have their own various kinds of families and build a support system for yourself here. If you've been looking to build your own support system in Salt Lake and you'd like some help finding exactly the right place, I would be honored to help you. We'll have a really great time. We'll find exactly the right spot for you. So just reach out and I'll get you there.